You might think you still have power over me because you had power over me in the past. But baby, I've evolved. I'm not the same person I once was. So come at me. You are now tuned in to the Healing Hotgirl Podcast, made for women who are finally giving themselves permission to show up as the woman they always knew they could be. If you're here, that means you're ready for an upgrade. So without further ado, let's get into this episode. Hey, Healing Hotgirls, and welcome back to the next episode of the podcast. So, y'all, we are here with another spontaneous episode because I got a message as I was washing my hair. I'm actually in the deep condition phase, so I got to hurry up before this air dry and I turn into a frisbee. And then it's hard to detangle all over again. So, I did want to just share this message because, y'all, I feel like it's something that I'm breaking down in real time right now as I talk to y'all. And I feel like it's so important because I feel like it's so easy to get caught up in life, the internet, the beauty of it all, the upside. But okay, let me just say it. I'm trying to find a prettier way to say it, but I'm gonna just say it. Lately, I've been talking to God. And I've been talking about what I need to let go of to elevate, what I need to remove, what I need to focus on, some blind spots I might have. And something told me to watch one of my YouTube videos. I didn't post the video yet because, I posted it, but I didn't release it yet. So something told me to go watch it. I went to go watch it, and I realized that when I first started talking, it was choppy. And I remember exactly what I did in that moment. I remember exactly what I did in the moment where I was editing that clip. And that's because I cut out certain parts. I cut out a clip before and I cut out a clip after. The message that I heard was, you're cutting out the parts that you don't like. And it's fucking you up, but that's what I'm hearing now. Like, it's messing you up. So with editing, you can cut out all the the uhs, the ooh. You can cut out all of the little parts that you don't want in there and create a whole new episode where you're just talking straight through. You got it all together, And I'm like, bro, where else am I doing this? Y'all know that's my favorite question to ask when I get a spontaneous message. Where else am I doing this? And I realized that it's not only coming across in my editing, it's coming across in what I choose to share. It's coming across in me showing up as my authentic self, because if I'm hiding certain experiences from myself, if I'm hiding certain experiences from my platform, if I'm hiding certain experiences, period, how can I really be showing up as my authentic self? Because these moments and experiences and these moments in time made me who I am today. So if I'm walking around ashamed of them, if I'm walking around sad that they happened, if I'm walking around questioning and overthinking and, trying to hide the fact that I've been hurt, trying to hide the fact that I've been broken, trying to hide the fact that I wasn't always on top, trying to hide the fact that I don't always have it together. Y'all, this is a big one, because a lot of people always think that I have it all together. And I know that's how it looks, but y'all, sometimes I feel like I'm an octopus and I just have my hands over here, my hands over here, my hands over here. And it gets so overwhelming sometimes, but I'm learning healthier ways to cope with the stress, because before it wasn't really, before I used to just not cope with it in healthy ways. I used to just get overwhelmed. I used to just say, F it all. I don't even matter, girl. I don't even care or whatever. And then next week I'm like, you know what? I want to start again. I want to do and it's like, I'm really trying to prevent that from happening. So I have to do something else. I have to find an alternative. I have to find another way to get that stress out, or I have to find another way to channel that stress and transmute that energy. So I've really just been trying to go about things differently, which is why the last episode was Do It Differently. And I really am focused on being my authentic self, y'all, because I'm noticing a lot about myself, a lot about who I am as a person, and I'm loving her, and I just want to protect her. I want to look out for me, I just feel like I see the beauty in people altogether, and not a lot of people have that perspective. And because I do, it's easier for me to talk and relate to people. Now, this is something I rediscovered recently because I started breaking down I started breaking down the reason why I hid for so many years, and the reason why I didn't really connect with anybody. And part of that was my fear of being hurt again, my fear of putting all this time and effort in and not necessarily having the connection bear any fruits, like scared to get it wrong. For me, it was more so like I want my soul tribe. Like I want people on the same type of time as me. I want people who are serious about their shit. And I said I have to become someone who's serious about her shit in order to do that. And I can't do that if I'm not showing up as my most authentic self, because I'm trying to hide these experiences and I'm trying to act like I've never been hurt, act like I've never been played. Baby, I had my fair share of moments. Let me tell you, people might not know because I don't speak on them. Honestly, I steered clear of talking about friendships and relationships because I didn't want to go too deep. Like when I started my podcast, y'all see, I first started, I would always talk about me. I would hint at things that happened in my relationships and stuff, and I would talk about it briefly. But until season 3, until this season, I never told y'all what took place. I never talked about it as much as I do now, simply because I'm in a space where it no longer hurts me, but also it's like I'm more comfortable sharing. Like I feel like that'll be a teachable experience. But before that, bro, you could not pay me to talk about friendships, to talk about relationships, just because it's like, bro, what? No, I'm not doing that. Because to tell people that I got it wrong, to tell people that I didn't know what I was doing, to tell people, I wasn't comfortable with that. And now it's like, I'm absolutely in a space where, bro, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm doing what's working. I'm doing what feels good to me. And I feel like that's just, how I'm operating. But like, don't be afraid of getting it wrong. Don't be afraid of failure. Don't be afraid of anything, because fear is an illusion. And I know that sounds so fake, but fear is really an illusion. It only scares you if you allow it. If you give it the power to scare you away from your dream, from your destiny, then it'll do that. But if you take that power away, listen, look that thing in its eyes and let you know I'm here to stay. You might be a challenge, but baby, I'm going to overcome it every time. You might think you still have power over me because you had power over me in the past, but baby, I've evolved. I'm not the same person I once was. So come at me, and I even still have these moments when my mind is trying to remind me of the past. Like, girl, if you don't sit down all the way, like, sometimes I feel like your mind is your worst enemy, because it's like, as soon as you're on a high and you're on cloud 9 and you're feeling good about yourself, your mind is like, oh, remember what happened last year? Remember that boy broke your heart? And I'm like, girl, let's not, right? So I just feel like we, myself included, need to stop being so ashamed of our past experiences. Like, you got hurt, so what? You came out on top. You still got a heart. You still got space to love again. You still fell in love the second time, and now you with the partner of your dreams. Or if that partner didn't come yet, you still got yourself. You still got a family that loves you. You still got people that love you. Your friends, your cousins, your uncles, your aunties, your nieces. Baby, listen, if nobody else gonna show you love, them nieces and nephews will. Let's talk about it, okay? Them nieces and nephews will. Them little cousins that look up to you will. They will make sure that you feel loved. They want to give you hugs. They want to give you kisses on your cheek. They want to say you're so beautiful, girl. Listen, if nobody else loves you, your niece and nephew gonna love you. And if you don't have nieces and nephews, I'm not gonna lie, I feel bad for you. But your little cousins, like, there's so many people who look up to you. And if you take the time to look for love in their eyes, if you take the time to look for love that's already around you, you'll find it, I'm telling you. But regardless, I do want us to stop cutting and cropping and making things fit into our lives that don't fit, right? Because with the same idea that you can just cut anything out, you can also crop anything in. And that's where you start forcing things in your life to happen. You start forcing situations. You start forcing friendships. You start forcing when things need to just happen gradually. And that's also something that I struggled with, forcing things. I'm forcing this relationship. I'm forcing this friendship to last, even though it's not beneficial to me. I'm forcing this job. I'm forcing this experience. I'm forcing. And I'm not proud of the moments that I was forcing either, but those moments helped me get to this point. Get to this point where it's like, okay, not only am I able to back up a little bit and release the reins, but I'm also able to check in with myself. Am I doing this right now? Like, girl, back up, dude. I feel like I'm rambling simply because I don't have show notes, but I did just want to make sure that this message got out there because it's so important, y'all. The parts of our journey may not always be pretty, but they are so important. They help us get to the point that we are at now. They help us become the person we are now. And without those experiences, we might not be the people we are today. So I really want us to just focus on that. Okay? Don't focus on the hurt. Don't focus on the pain. Listen, eventually that won't be nothing but a fond memory. I'm telling you, once you start healing, even when it pops up, it's like, bro, that don't even faze me no more. Once you get to that point, can't nobody tell you nothing. Nah, can't nobody tell you nothing. For real. What I want to do moving forward is embrace the chaotic moments. I want to embrace the not so hot moments. I want to share them. I want to be able to be vulnerable. I want to still be able to show up even in those moments. That's really what I want now moving forward, because now that I know that this is a thing, best believe I'm going to be clocking that tea. Okay, so yeah, that's my goal moving forward. Yeah, I really just want to continue discovering who I am. I want to continue working on myself. I want to continue connecting with you guys, talking to y'all. I want to continue just down this path that I've been going on, y'all. I don't know, like lately, the Healing Hotgirl has been doing her thing. I cannot lie to you. I don't know who this is for. I'm sorry to get all TikToky. That's my favorite line on TikTok. But I don't know who this is for. But I am so proud of you for pursuing your career. I am so proud of you for pivoting. I am so proud of you for not letting those experiences break you down. I'm so proud of you for getting back up again. You might have fell a few times, but you got up and you started fighting again. You started swinging. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, that might have been for me, but I know somebody else out there needed to hear that, because you need to be celebrated. You need to be celebrated too. You deserve it. You deserve it. So why not celebrate yourself? Celebrate your growth. Celebrate how far you've come. And celebrate where you're about to go, girl. Because listen, it only gets better from here, baby. Okay? So with all that being said, I love y'all. Don't forget that hot girls need healing too. I can't wait to see y'all in the next episode, y'all. Hopefully I could get an actual scheduled episode done, because girl, all of these spontaneous episodes got me in the chokehold, honey. Every day, every Monday, I'm like, oh yeah, girl, I sat here and tried to edit 2 different episodes, and I'm like, no, I had a whole message, and then, girl, yeah. So I love y'all. Don't forget that hot girls need healing too, but that's okay, because that's what we're here for. I'll see y'all in the next episode. Yeah, I love y'all, and I'm proud of y'all. Bye.